sharing my series with me, Thing One. I would just want to thank everyone who has watched my videos, who's followed me, who's made comments. I've been amazed and overwhelmed at the interest and the support and the advice and all that hopefully we're experiencing and learning together. As you recall, I've been talking about my experience that happened 16 years ago, detailing what I lived through from the time Thing One revealed his Ponzi scheme and crime, through dealing with all the fallout, trying to put together a new life, and everything that I endured in those months following his revelation, that my children endured in the months following his revelation, until we moved and began a new life in Utah. For the second half of my series, I'm going to be telling you a little bit about Thing One and his backstory, about me and my backstory. I think my backstory is going to shed a little bit of light on why I missed some red flags and didn't catch on to the Ponzi scheme as it was happening. Let me just say also that going from riches to rags, like I went and experienced in 2009, wasn't my first experience with that, and I'll be sharing that as well. I'll be talking about how we met, how we got together, our dating, getting married. If you've ever heard of Reza Tiza, it's going to be a little Reza Tiza-like as I review and read my journal. And in hindsight, this many years later, like Reza Tiza, I now see there were many red flags I blew through or just didn't realize were red flags. So many warning signs and red flags. I'll also share the early days of our marriage, his career before he became a Ponzi schemer, a little bit about our family and eventually the life of a Ponzi schemer. And then I'm going to conclude my series with the best part of the story, my favorite part, the comeback. What happened after I went to Utah? I had a job, but my credit was destroyed. I couldn't buy a home. I had to rent. I had to raise kids. I had to create a career. I'm going to be sharing how I got to where I am now. Spoiler alert, it has been an adventure with a lot of unexpected highs and lows and experiences and memories that I never thought I'd have. Let me give you a few hints. Working with a celebrity, flying in an Osprey. If you don't know what that is, go look that up. That was quite an adventure. Spending the night on an aircraft carrier following the filming of Top Gun Maverick, walking the same flight deck Tom Cruise did. Spending time on a nuclear submarine, visiting the site of the movie Oppenheimer, where the real story actually occurred. Helping found and run a nonprofit, getting a master's degree, teaching and working at a university, becoming a certified strengths coach, seeing my 4 children grow up and become successful adults, becoming a grandma, woohoo! Shout out to cute little grandkids, and believe it or not, daring to trust again, eventually getting remarried. It has been quite a ride, but you know what they say, life is like a roller coaster. Sometimes you have to scream, sometimes you have to hang on, sometimes you have to enjoy the ride. I've done it all, and I'm excited to share the rest of the story with you now.